Napheesa Collier explodes for a record-breaking performance, leading Team Stewart to victory in the WNBA All-Star Game. And this was July 19th, Saturday. And this was Team Stewart for Breanna Stewart, right? And that's with the victory over Team Clark. And we know Caitlin Clark is injured, supposedly. So she was not involved here. You see, sustained a right groin injury during a game against the Connecticut Sun on July 15th. Right? And that's, Damian Lillard's birthday. That's also the day that Jelly Bean Joe Bryant died, Kobe's dad. The 15th day of the 7th month. They say right here he passed away July 16th, but it was July 15th. See, you get they give us two different dates there. But that's the one that we know, July 15th. You see that right there? And, just real quick, because Caitlin Clark, she's born on January 22, which is 122. I don't know why it doesn't just pop up right there. And that's the day in history, 122, the day Kobe Bryant scored 81 points. Caitlin was 4 years old at the time. 81 on what date? You see? Caitlin Clark's 4th birthday, January 22. Okay? So Team Stewart defeats Team Clark here by 20 points. Napheesa Collier with the record-breaking performance. And let's look at Breanna Stewart here. Here, we'll just spell it wrong just to get it up. There's Breanna Stewart right there. So let's look at the box score to see how many points she scored. And see if we can get a box score. Oh, I think I clicked on the wrong thing there. Oh, maybe we get a box score here. No, you just get some of the random highlights there, it appears. Let's see if we get a box score. Okay, so Breanna Stewart finished with 8 points. No coincidence. Remember, Kobe began his career with the 8 on his jersey, excuse me. Both their birthdays are in the 8th month as well. And there's probably some other connections. But you see that 36 right there for Napheesa Collier in this high-scoring performance. They're trying to boost up the ratings for the WNBA. The playoffs are probably going to be popping. They're kind of using Caitlin Clark basically to just boost up the ratings. Remember in the NFL, they used Taylor Swift to boost up the ratings. Well, even though Caitlin Clark is a member of the WNBA, that's kind of like the whole goal here is to get the WNBA, and hey, it worked. It worked, right? Let me finish that background there. So yeah, she made a lot of 4-point shots. I guess 4-point shots are a thing now in the league, or in these All-Star games. She had some 4-point shots, and I think we'll listen to her speak here as well. You see, she gets the ball there, and what is that, like a 13-footer or something. But you see she drains it right there. Watch a couple of her highlights here. Is that her? Is she left-handed? No, she's going to get the rebound though. And she's going to pull up from about 15 feet from the line. I think the line's 15 feet. Now let's maybe watch a 4-point shot or so. Okay, but she gets the ball and gets the easy layup. Unless she's the one that passed it there. I can't tell. I think she might have been the one that passed it. Let's listen to her.
Right now for your group, your team tonight.
Let me change this. I think they may allow us to play this for a second.
After putting up 49 in the first quarter.
I think we're doing pretty good on.
So they put up 49 in the first quarter. That's huge. Remember they said Caitlin Clark on July 15th injured her groin. Remember that's Dame Lillard's birthday and also Jim Jones's birthday. The rapper Jim Jones turned 49 that day. Jim equals 49. There's 49s connected with Dame Lillard. Green equals 49. His last team was the Bucks, who wore green. They said he's rumored to maybe possibly go to the Celtics, who wear green. 49 is huge. Even with females, remember Kamala Harris, the 49th vice president, who had the big year. They thought she was going to become president, right? The 49th VP, Kamala. Washington equals 49. 49 is a big number that we're seeing trend. And I just stated how it's big with females as well.
Offense, we're on pace to score 200 points. So I would say keep doing what we're doing.
All right, I know you got to get out on the floor,
Yeah.
so you can pop that.
All right, so let's just check out one of these 4-point shots. I know they show several. You see, it's from this. I don't know if that's like a AT&T logo or whatever. Okay, you see her right there, number 24. So she's got that 24 like Kobe as well. Kobe switched to 24 after 8. He started with 8 and then ended with 24. That's why Kobe Bryant Day is on 8/24, one day after his birthday.
For team.
You see her completely wide open in this All-Star Game.
Kiki with 9.
You see, now they're going to attempt to guard her after she's already set up for the
points off the bench.
And you see she's going to drain this.
Collier connects.
She drains that 4-pointer there. Okay, so I just wanted to show you some highlights. Now check this out. It's a 67-day span from this game to her birthday from start to end. She's got September 23rd birthday, a 67-day span from this performance, record-breaking to her birthday, 67-day span. She's a member of the Minnesota Lynx, and Minnesota Lynx equals 67 in the language. Now I want you to see how her team picked up the victory, scoring 151 points. That's the 36th prime number. She scores 36 points. All-Star Game, in the language, 71. These letters have numerical values, and there's 4 base ciphers that are. It's already a thing with the English language here, okay? It's already a thing. I'm just showing it. This isn't. I wouldn't make a YouTube video like, oh, here's some crazy theory of mine. Anybody can make a YouTube video. Yeah, I want to be a star. Like a lot of these people out here, TikTok, YouTube, now infested with it, right? I wouldn't do that. Oh, let me give a food review on the new brisket Whopper. Oh, it's trash. Yeah, I can be a celebrity. I can be a star. YouTube's the new TV. No, I wouldn't do that. Or maybe I would. I don't know. But this is a code and it's a thing. All-Star Game equals 71 like Napheesa Collier. and she's the star of the game with the 36-point record-breaking performance. 71-71. Now, whose record did she break? I think someone scored 35. Whose record did Napheesa Collier break? Arike Ogumbawale. You see that? Previously scored 34 points. Right? And there was 282 combined points here too, surpassing the previous high of 270. That's interesting because the next day was the 20th day of the 7th month, 207. They passed the previous high of 270 combined points. Let's put that character that she broke the record, let's put her name in the Gematrinator calculator. We might look at her birthday too. Okay, so we may come back and visit these numbers and see if they connect. I'm not making anything connect, by the way. Sometimes if people are really slow in the head, they'll like make fun of this code. This is the Gematrinator calculator. You see how it converts the letters into numbers? It's a fact. It's not just some system that just spits out something random. In the ABC 123 cipher, this first name's always going to equal 159. Okay? You see that right there? And then you have the reverse, and then just straight up numerology with reduction, reduced at the 10th letter and beyond by adding the two digits together. Then you just add it all up. And in reverse reduction, reverse with the alphabet, the same thing. Okay? This is already a thing, right? This isn't my opinion. So let me see when this character's birthday is, and we may refer back to that at the end to see if anything matches on the fly. So here's Arike Ogunbowale. When's her birthday? We check the birthday because, it may be like today or something. Then it's like, oh, what a coincidence. She's got the March 2nd birthday. That just hit with the trending story with the Coldplay guitarist, Chris Martin, who they say kind of, was doing some Jumbotron song and told them to do the kiss cam, and it exposed that executive of the company astronomer and his chief people officer or whatever her name was. But look, they got the same birthday. The Coldplay concert frontman, look, 3-2 Chris Martin. And Arike's record gets broken, trending around the same time. She's got that same birthday. You see that right there? Not a coincidence, right? That's on the fly, okay? That's on the fly. Back over here. I'm going to have to get some coffee, by the way, too. Ooh, 5 a.m. out here in Arizona. Ah, the beauty of the internet as I acquire some coffee. And something I'm just doing randomly now. I see that Sports Gematria just dropped a new video. I think it's been a while. But you see Sports Gematria here, and you see the new video here. Zachary K. Hubbard continues to be the punching bag. I don't know if these two characters are working together, because sometimes but this channel is funny. You can't trust any of these channels because it's like they be working together, like promoting, they act like they're talking about other people, talking down on them, but it's kind of like giving you that duality, and it's also like kind of promoting the other channel. Do you understand? So you can't always like trust it. You know how Zach will always be talking about Sports Gematria, troll, blah, blah, blah. Well, it'll promote people to go watch the channel. You see, you got to understand. And the same thing with, yeah, right, the Matrix, who who talks down on gematria and people in that community, right? They'll go back and forth and it kind of builds up both, but it's that duality. But just on the fly right here, man, and you know, he spoke about me before negatively. This guy, but Zach is a fucking piece of fucking shit. And you know what I'm saying? He could, I don't even like want to give this attention to it, but the dude's complete trash. He's not as good as this as I am, okay? And he's a complete scumbag. So like I kind of hope he sees this. So literally he'll do all this stupid ass debate shit where he tries to like overpower the conversation. He tries to talk about other stuff. He'll be like, "I bet you're not successful. How many houses do you own? I don't like your shirt." Start making fun of your shirt. "Oh, you're fat." It's like, dude, you're a piece of trash. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, you're a piece of garbage. Right? So I don't want to be a part of that back and forth bullshit. But we could sit and talk in a neutral setting, and I'll make the dude look like an idiot. And again, I'll refer back to what he calls the work. It's like, dude, you suck and you're not as good at this as me. And you mentioned my name before, and I just kind of blew you off because you're a piece of junk. But I noticed that watching Sports Gematria, it seems like you've adjusted your style a little bit, bud. You know, because nobody's really pumping out the content with the time invested as I am. I don't care you say how long you've been doing it. Nobody's putting in the time into each individual breakdown like I'm doing. And I'm not saying you don't provide something, but you're not a real person. You're put here to gather us in a community and to just gather us all like herd. You're trash and you're a gatekeeper, right? And I can talk like you. I can do that too. You know what I mean? I can call you a piece of junk. I can say you're trash. I can say you're garbage. I can say you're a deceiver. And you've done a good job of being a deceiver, right? But you're not a regular person and you're not like us, bud. And I've seen you do a couple of things and it's like, wait a minute. I've seen you all of a sudden get up all early to try to keep up with me, right? Because I'm not saying that could be a stretch on some of that stuff. I've seen a few things where, I've seen you now recently be like, yeah, that's wild. It's like, dude, I be saying that stuff. But anyways, we can scratch out the last part. That could be a stretch. It all reverts back to, dude, you're not that good at this. You know what I'm saying? We could go on the fly. We can go live. We could do a Gematrinator challenge. We could do a celebrity birthday challenge. All you want to talk about is the Jesuits. You like talking about religion because you're religious. You're into religion. This gematria syncs up with your background and where what it's all about. This syncs up with you and religion. That's why you get so touchy about the subject, and all you want to talk about is Jesuits and religion and church. Anyways, I just wanted to. I don't plan on doing that all the time. It's actually like probably the first time I dropped the name, but these dudes may possibly just be working together, and I'll comment in Sports Gematria's videos. Right? But I'm also aware that they could just be working together because they be talking about each other too much and promoting each other. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. That's my opinion. You can't trust these characters put in front of us. don't trust me. Do you see me doing big things over here? Getting all these views, thousands and thousands of subscribers? No, you don't. And it's nothing to do with the work and the effort I put in. These characters that they put in front of us are chosen. I'm completely buried over here. This guy talks about he's buried. Give me a break. So Zach Hubbard is, in my opinion, a piece of garbage deceiver who is some kind of magician. He's conned a lot of people, right? And again, he's mentioned my name before, and I just like kind of blow it off because I'm not a character on here, right? Obviously, I've been a threat to what he does, even though, I'm not going to be pushed in front of y'all like him. So you can think what you want. I picked up a lot of information from his channel before finding out that he was a deceiver. When you try to do your own thing, he attacks you, he sends the bots. He's also responsible for making my first channel grow a little bit. But as soon as I start doing my own thing, as soon as I stop donating in the super chats, then the bots come and his agents show up that watch. And he'll watch too. He's only here to gather. Okay? But yeah, I did pick up a lot of information from that channel. I don't give him the credit for that information. I think he's a character, an agent put here to gather us, put here to deceive us. And I think he probably did a good job at that. So forget that guy. I don't watch his channel, but I noticed a few of the things he says on these videos. I'm like, that's interesting. Doing things a little bit different now, but you still suck because this takes skill and this takes talent, and you're a lazy piece of crap. Talk, I did this, I did that. Anyways, let's get back to our breakdown. So there's just kind of like a hidden, I'm not going to put that in the title or anything. So that's just kind of hidden. Hopefully the algorithm picks it up, but I doubt it, right? So back here, don't forget that the 71 is the 20th prime number, and her team, Napheesa Collier, don't forget that her team won by 20 points, 151 to 131, and the 20th prime number 71, because we have a whole bunch of 71s here, okay? But you see All-Star Game 71, Napheesa Collier 71. I'm assuming that's like a WNBA All-Star Game trophy, MVP, if she breaks this record, right? So with the 36 points, look at the 71 and 71. Team Stewart equals 71. Okay, you get that reverse reduction cipher again. Team Stewart defeats Team Clark. Caitlin Clark injured. Team Stewart's got 71. And they had this pay us what you owe us shirt and theme going on. Pay us what you owe us. They like to use these leagues for these like agendas and stuff as well. I think the whole woman power thing's gently going away, though. I say gently with Trump in office, so we don't see as much of this stuff. This is more like with the Biden Kamala theme. But I told you they're building up the WNBA using Caitlin Clark and the script, and it's all magic and programming, right? But they're building it up to build the ratings and to get people to watch it more. It's not hard to do. It's called magic. You control the media. You put things in the algorithm. I know I do decodes, but the algorithm, it's all Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, which is just like the Larry Bird, Magic Johnson script again, by the way. But pay us what you owe us equals 71 as well. Again, like Team Stewart, you get 71 date numerology with the game. And again, All-Star Game 71, Napheesa Collier which I'm assuming was the MVP, 71. And if I'm wrong about that MVP, I mean, she should be, right? But if I'm wrong about that and somehow they don't give the award, then scratch that, right? But look at all the 71s, which are facts. And again, they win by 20, and the 20th prime number is 71. Right? The game capped off a weekend where negotiations for a new collective bargaining agreement took center stage. Players wore t-shirts while warming up before the game. That said, pay us what you owe us, and you can see how that lands. Even pay us what you owe us equates to 82, like Napheesa Collier. It's probably how it's pronounced. Minnesota Lynx member. Look at that. 82 even syncs up with that quote and what's on the t-shirt and the kind of the theme here. You even get 278 with Ordinal, which is Brianna Stewart's birthday, the 27th day of the 8th month. Birthday 4 days after Kobe Bryant, 3 days after Kobe Bryant Day. Look at that. And remember, Napheesa's got the 24 on the jersey with that Kobe Bryant Day being on the 24th. And Kobe finishing his career with the 24 on the jersey. Look at that. Right? They win with 151 points, beating a injured Team Clark, Captain Caitlin Clark, not appearing here. I guess maybe she was on the sideline. Maybe. Or that's just some AI BS. But look, they win with 151 points, Team Stewart over Team Clark. And Call of Duty is trending. Call of Duty equals 151. I almost did that story before this one, and I'm like, nah. But I did note that Call of Duty equals 151. Look, trending. Lawyer argues Call of Duty maker can't be held responsible for actions of Uvalde. Texas bang bang pew pew. Remember that? Call of Duty's got the 151. Call of Duty, C, Collier. You see that? Collier, Napheesa, Collier, Call of Duty, 151, 151. Even Clark's got the C. And you get all the letters for call in Clark, CA, and then you get the L if you double L it. Collier, Call of Duty. Not a coincidence. That's my breakdown. Right? Let's verify she was MVP. Remember, she breaks Arike Ugunbowale, breaks her record. She had 34 points in a game. And she's got the same birthday as Chris Martin, who's trending with Coldplay. Don't forget that, okay? Was Napheesa Collier the MVP? Yes, of course. Remember the 36 prime number 151 as well. Okay, so nice. Here's the box score. So you see Caitlin Clark's teammate on Indiana, Aaliyah Boston, has 9 points. So very, very well balanced here. You get a lot of Sky references with the WNBA. Look, Brittany Skies. There's also Skylar Diggins, I think is the name, who's a member of the WNBA. I don't know if she was in this game or not. You got the Chicago Sky. You got the Phoenix Mercury. You got the Houston Comets. Seattle Storm. WNBA's got a lot of this stuff referring to the sky. Maybe it's something to do with like weather, kind of like emotions, or some kind of symbolism like that with the females, possibly. I don't know. But there's a lot of those sky references with the WNBA. So you see a well-balanced performance. Even that 131 is a lot of points for the WNBA. But yeah, that 36 is a big chunk right there with Napheesa. Alicia Gray, 18. Look at these fake last names. Plum with 16. There's Skylar Diggins. She is an all-star. She has 11 points. Kayla McBride, 15. Courtney Williams, 13. Remember, that's the Russell Westbrook lookalike. Courtney Williams, I've covered that before. She looks just like Russell Westbrook. So yeah, there's something going on with these characters. I've covered that before. But yeah, you see that right there. Is there anything else in the article noteworthy? So a record-breaking performance, the 36 points here by Napheesa. This record offensive effort came a year after the league's annual exhibition game was a competitive contest that pitted the U.S. Olympic team versus the WNBA All-Stars. But they're imitating the NBA, what they always do, like the Team LeBron BS, right? Versus Team whoever it is, Giannis or whatever, right? And they're trying to get paid. That was kind of the theme here with those shirts. See, they even chanted "Pay them more" as she awaited her MVP trophy, I guess. And again, this is trending 7/20 the following day, and the previous total combined points was 270 set in 2023. So they break it. They rack in the 282 here. Yeah, and they just go over all the other characters. Rapper Glorilla performed at halftime. That doesn't surprise me because all of the rumors that she may be a he. And then, you be getting that with Brittany Griner. Not a coincidence Glorilla's birthday is in a few days. Not a coincidence Glorilla's birthday is in a few days. She performs at halftime. It's not a coincidence. And she's currently age 25. And we're in the year 25. Come on, man. Birthday is in a few days. Glorilla performs. Oh, and this game was in Indiana too, by the way, to sync up again with Team Clark, Caitlin Clark. Look at her with Dame Lillard right there. His birthday was a few days ago, 13 days before Glorilla's. She performs at halftime. I guess this was it right here. So, hold on. Ooh. So, look. Oh, never mind. Never mind. So yeah, I mean that's not a coincidence. As I speak right now, it's the 21st, and Glorilla's birthday is in 7 days. Come on, man. Come on, man. So that's my breakdown. I know it went a little bit long. I had to rant a little bit there. You see that thumbnail, how it lands, and just that's kind of just everything I entered there. There may be some more stuff in there. It was 66 days. Oh, 2 months, 4 days before Napheesa's birthday, and she has that 24 on her jersey, huh? You know what I mean? Like, that connects with that Kobe Bryant number as well. See that? There's that 24 Minnesota Lynx. There might be some more Lynx connections, but that's pretty solid right there. She's also born on the 23rd, 1 month after Kobe's 23rd of August birthday. Okay, so we went a little bit long. I'm not here to entertain. I'm just here to get the information out into the universe. And it's my hobby. So, you're going to see me here daily. If I stop doing this daily at some point, I guess I get completely bored of it. But it's been daily for a while now. So, or there may be some other drastic reasons why you don't see me do this daily. Don't forget, I have all the channels retired as well. All the links to those channels, I think, are on my homepage. Napheesa Collier, record-breaking performance, leads her team to victory in WNBA All-Star Game. Had to check the mic. It's like, dude, the mic better be on. Okay, that's my breakdown. This was an article, Associated Press right there. Until next time, peace.